Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise. Hey! I woke up with the feeling there could be something going on or something finally coming to the forefront, I suppose, of with Donald John Trump and his health. So I'm gonna do a health reading, see what's going on. I mean, there's a tremendous amount of, we could say a crap ton, yes, that's a measurable amount, of stress on him. There's been so much that has come out. There's been all the credit card fraud, or I wouldn't even call it fraud. What would we call that? Well, it was his grifting. Remember every reading I used to do on him every day, it was always lying, golfing, and grifting seemed to be his daily thing. So these were credit card charges that went out when he was trying to, well, first it was, trying to win. We need your money now, kind of thing. And they had automatically checked boxes that would charge them in a week and then charge them every week. So they charge you now, charge you in a week, charge you in another week, every week for, until you caught up with it, or until, like in one guy's case, exhausted his bank account, completely exhausted his bank account. I think it was over $3,000 or something. So these are Trump supporters who donated campaign contributions. And then it went on and on and on and on. And he did it again with the Stop the Steal. And then he had to, of course there were refunds that had to be made. So anyway, all this I'm thinking it has got to be adding up to stress on him, as well as, let's see, we've got Jen Weiselberg who's open to looking or testifying to anything. So all these people that have had depositions, there's so much coming down on him. There's been a green light to okay, what's that gal's name? Oh my goodness, I'm blank. But someone who had sexual charges against him, sexual harassment, sexual abuse, some type of what's the word? It's not the gal, it's not E.J. Carroll, it's the other gal. There was another gal. Anyway, all these things are now able to be checked into. And so this is all coming down on him, all this weight coming down on him. So I want to see how that's going to affect, or how his health is standing up, because I never wake up in the morning, never ever wake up in the morning thinking of him. And this happened this morning, so I gotta look. Okay, let me drop the camera down. Okay, let's dive in. So the first card will be for his, well, whole thing's his physical body, but the state of his physical body. His biggest biggest health challenge at this time. Ooh. Okay, let me draw extra cards just because I have room, but let's look first at his emotional body, which is, of course, his lymphatic system, connective tissue. Okay. His mental body, which is his, nervous system and coordination. His the spiritual state that he's in, which of course would affect everything. His health future. Whoa. And even though it's never a final outcome, not a final, but let's see what we have for that. That's interesting. Okay, I just have to read it as it goes. And I'm using this deck because I have written the astrological symbols on them, which helps me. It helps me remember. It helps me dive into, because I'm trained a little bit, not a lot, but a little in medical astrology. And and by the way, if you're interested, I have a bunch of videos in my library for the meanings, and I put the astro symbols on. I haven't done the reversals yet, but I put the astrological symbols on the card. So if you're interested in learning the astrology of the tarot, those videos are in there in my library. Just look for like the card meanings, something like that. I think I put with astro symbols. Pretty sure that's how I labeled it. Okay, so so we're dealing with Mercury and Sag. Mercury and Sag, 8 of Wands, but it comes through reversed. So physically, what's going on with him? Well, he needs to slow down. He could have some injuries, I would say golfing injuries maybe, because this would be like a card of exercise, because Mercury and Sag goes real fast. And because it's reversed, this can have you in that realm of falling. And yeah, it's definitely health issues, that's for sure. It's a card, when it's reversed, it comes through as health issues, because all the wands are, our power. It's like the life force flowing through us. So he's having to slow down, and he may have had a fall, or is going to have a fall or something. It's also a card sometimes of respiratory problems. So there's that. Okay, and then his biggest challenge now, well, we have Saturn and Pisces ruling the 8 of Cups. So, Saturn's all about karmic lessons, decisions, and tests, and trying to master something. Well, Pisces has to do with, the lymphatic system and the feet. And because it's come through reversed, on just a simple level, I would say he's not taking responsibility for his health, and he's not going to get away with that. He's not going to get away with not taking self-responsibility for his own health. But his biggest challenge right now is that he's tired. He has lymphatic issues. He could even have tumors. He could even have, skeletal system issues, because Saturn rules the, skeletal system. He could have addictions, because we're in the realm of Pisces and Neptune. But he's pooped. It's his biggest challenge, is to get his what do I got? I don't even want to say it. Get himself off the sofa, get himself up and out and moving around. It's not, his body's working against itself. He's not doing well. Emotional body, lymphatic system, connective tissue, we have the Death card. Pluto and Scorpio, transformation. Big changes. But it's reversed. So that tells me he hasn't made any changes. He hasn't emotionally evolved. He's going into the destruction of his self. I mean, it's not getting any better. This is colon issues. This is because, Pluto and Scorpio, we're dealing with the elimination system. So, bladder, colon, could even be hernia, could be prostate issues, other areas in his body that I don't even want to think of. It's like, bleh. But this is like a trying to control Pluto's power in Scorpio, trying to control. That's his biggest problem there. So Mentally, the Knight of Swords reversed, he's not doing well there either. With the Knight of Swords, when it's straight up, you're going somewhere really quick, but it could be rather hasty and there could be major problems. When it's reversed, it has to do, and this is in the, the position for the nervous system that has to do with the nervous system. All the swords have to do with the nervous system. So this, when it's reversed, this is his, I don't know, ineptitude is the best word I can come through. His hot air, his biting commentary that's just always full of bullshit. This is his lies, his constant lies. This is his vanity and his weakness and his, scattered thoughts all over the place. And also just that blatant disregard for the consequences. So yeah. And this card is ruled by Gemini. It's, all the knights are movement-oriented cards. And with the swords, it's a movement of, and going in the wrong direction, mind you. But it's the movement of thought and communication. And, truth. So we're dealing with lies, the movement of lies. This is all his grifting. This is nervous disorders. This could be his own, senses that are failing, because we're talking Gemini. And he could even, this is a card when it's reversed of a violent person and somebody who's prone to accidents. So here we have 2 cards of accidents. He's not doing well at all. Not at all. Now, with the 3 of Wands up here for his, the karmic pattern that's in place and the spiritual state, it's the Sun in Aries. Let me show you the little glyph if you're learning Sun in Aries. And, straight up, it's a card of, it's still uncertain because you've put something out there and it hasn't come back yet. But when it's reversed, that brings us in the realm of there is no progress. Something you put out there didn't go the right way. And when it comes to health issues, because it's, Aries, we're dealing with head problems. It could even be strokes, eye problems, more hair loss. It's a card of inflammation. Because the energy's not releasing out the body, probably because he's really tired. But that's how it works, when you're, we all go through periods when we're tired, and we all go through periods of healing and needing more sleep and rest, in order to heal if you're doing some deep soul work. Or if you've done a lot of physical work, if you happen to work hard, if you happen to have a physical job. Or if you or me the last week and did too much in the yard because it's spring and you got to get, the drip irrigation going right and that other stuff, clean up, and then you pay the price. There's that, I did that. But with him, he doesn't do yard work. He doesn't do any type of work. He just goes around bloviating all the time and lying, grifting, lying, cheating, stealing, and more. And golfing. I always have to add golfing in there. But I don't think he's been, I don't know, maybe he has, but he just rides around in a cart anyway, so. And he cheats. Everybody says he cheats. So anyway, his spiritual state with the 3 of Wands reversed tells me that he has not made any progress spiritually. And it has his it has his spiritual progress just delayed because he's not choosing. He's not exercising his free will to go in the right direction. He's not trying to love, basically. So besides inflammation, I just got a hit that this also would be high blood pressure. So there's that. Now this is the worst card. This is absolutely the worst card. This is the future. When the sun is reversed, well, straight up it could reveal something. It's ruled by Leo, the sun in Leo, but it's literally a medical card. And when it's reversed, this is your life force working against you, because of course, he hasn't been going in the right direction. So it's very, 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 very challenging. Absolutely, just the worst. This is because it's, the sun is like our core essence. A better card, hold on, let me grab these other, a better card to show, here we go. Core essence. So when you look at this card with the Light Seers Tarot, you can really tell that it's, it's the, and if I can get close enough, there's a mandala in there. So it's like the mandala, it's for every unique individual on the planet, we have our unique core essence. And this card really spells it out. So, because we're talking core essence here, what happens is that when your life force, when your own unique spiritual core essence is not flowing freely, your life force turns against you. It apparently, and that happens because we're not in alignment with the laws of the universe. We're not in alignment with spiritual laws, spiritual principles, which are geared towards loving and inclusivity. Is that the way to say the word? It's like we're not in that place where we're feeling that we're all connected and we're all interdependent on each other. And when we want good things for ourselves, we need to have that same desire for others. We want everybody to be in a happy state. We want everyone to be happy, healthy, and abundant. Because we're all the same and we feel that. And so, if someone else feels pain, we feel pain. If we're close to someone or if we're connected to somebody, I mean, anybody with half a heart that's thawed out from its previous distortions will feel, pain when somebody else is with them and they're in pain. Unless it's your job and you're a nurse or a doctor, you have you have your emotional body that is set in a certain way so that you can do your job, but they still feel pain later on. I mean, they get through it, they don't feel it in the moment, but then later on when they're in their downtime, they go through the pain, they feel it, and it's you can see it with all the accounts of the ones who, the critical care and the frontline workers who took care of COVID patients. So, but anyway, back to this guy. So this is our core essence. This is your heart. So this is his heart problems. I didn't need to draw the Three of Swords to see that. This is even worse because it's like the breakdown of his bodily systems. It's all of the systems. It's not just the heart. This is the breakdown of his literal life force. Now the outcome, I don't know what this is about. I'm just thinking maybe, I don't know if, I think Ivanka's a Scorpio, so I don't even know if this would be her, but maybe the outcome, maybe this is him in his next life. It's a Leo card. He does have a Leo ascendant, and of course he's Pluto in Leo. And he has Mars in Leo right there. The first house, that's, his, it's just challenging for him. But anyway, I'm wondering if this has something to do with, let me draw a couple clarifiers. Let's see. Because I'm wondering if, like, this is his next lifetime or something. I mean, I'm not going to make a habit of checking in on his health every month. I just had a weird, I woke up feeling like, what? Donald Trump's health? What? Why? Why would I even think of that? So I just decided to do the reading. Yeah, maybe this, well, oh, I get it. He has done so much damage to America. I think I'm seeing his karma here moving forward. Because, I mean, this isn't the death card, but we have the death card here. You don't usually, when it comes to health readings, you would never say a person is dying unless you get the death followed, I mean, in combo. You'd have to have the Nine of Swords and Ten of Swords together. Oh, maybe Four of Swords would do it. Four of Swords, Ten of Swords, and the death card together would do it. But this card right here, maybe America's happy when he's gone because, we're not seeing justice in other ways. What we're going to see are his assets seized and him losing his money. And that might kill him. And then, my goodness, well, if I just tap into the health of this, so it's Leo. And with the Queen of Wands straight up, this has to do with somebody helping him, I think. But it could also have him, this could be somebody helping him because he is having problems. And then he decides to not be so darn risky with his health, maybe. I don't know. But then with this Hierophant reversed, well, I mean, it's Venus in Taurus, but it's working against him. It's reversed. So there's a lot of resistance because we're dealing with Taurus. We're dealing with the ears, throat, nose, ears, throat kind of thing, and thyroid as well, lymphatic, some lymph, like around the neck area. But being stuck, not being in your own inner authority and actually being really stuck. But then also rebelling, because that's what he does. And this is, when this card comes through reversed, you're rebelling against authority. And yeah, he thinks he's his own authority and everybody else can just go suck it. So outcome, health, major health issues, maybe America is happy and, and relieved. And then somebody does help him, but what is it that takes him out is my question. I can't say it's just a heart issue anymore. I think it's a whole, just system meltdown. And I don't know, maybe he loses his coordination completely. Maybe he's not able to speak. Man, wouldn't that be ironic? After all the lies. Maybe the evangelical community, I don't know. Maybe they regret aligning with him. I mean, the only people who have aligned with him have been racist, greedy, and insane. like him. Anyway, I am thoroughly disgusted. So I don't want to sit in his energy anymore. And I guess, you know, best that we can do is just send him love, because the darkness around him won't like that feeling of love, and maybe they'll leave, and then he's just, you know, left to himself. And you know, we don't want to be hating on anybody anyway, because it just would come back to us, and it doesn't help anything. But I had to read because it, you know, the first thing on my, you know, came into my brain when I woke up, and that's just has not happened for a really, really long time. So anyway, his health doesn't look good. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reversals out of, what is this, 9 cards? No, 8 cards? 9 cards, yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's if you can't send him love, that's okay. You don't have to. What you can do is ask your guides and your guardian angels to send him love, send him home, and maybe he'll do better in his next lifetime. So, okay, but I'm going to close this up for now, you guys. Thank you for bearing with me. Okay, bye.